Check it out, double review of these Block Tech mount up sets. Saw these guys at Five Below and I couldn't say no. I wasn't a big fan of the Cybersaurus or the Techrantula, but I love the pun names. But I really like the design of this brick-built Phoenix and Lung Dragon. So let's take a look at these minifigures really quick, get that out of the way. So we got a ninja guy and a soldier guy. They all have the same weapons though. Each set came with the same sprue of weapons, 4 on the sprue and 2 loose in the bags. We get this sword here, a lance, a crossbow, an axe, a pretty dope sword right here, and I can dig this axe too. That's real cool. Love that classic mold. Not the biggest fan of the figures themselves. They're not the same as Lego. Their arms come off like that there. The legs are just a little bit different, and the headpieces aren't compatible with how they come out. So that's real unfortunate, because I would have loved to reuse the hair and some of the armor and helmet pieces. You can see that's a bit of a bummer. This guy has this really interesting skirt piece that goes over his legs. That's kind of funny. But yeah, not the biggest fan of these minifigures, but is what it is. However, very cool. The weapons are all super compatible with your Lego dudes, so you can equip them with all these spare parts, and there's a lot of really cool stuff in there that you can mix in with all your dudes, so you're going to have a blast with that. But let's look at this Phoenix. We got a set of instructions here with all the parts and everything, so that's real nice and helpful. And you can see it's fairly clear. But let's take a look at this guy. This thing is so very cool. I love it. It's a little bit fiddly, and all these guys are, and you can improve these quite a bit yourself doing your own things. But it's a cool brick-built creature. I like it. The pattern is really beautiful. You can adjust the wings a little to spread them out, but you get this really cool starburst pattern there, or I guess sunburst with the colors. Very pretty. I love it. Very interesting is they went with the tail feathers being a different length on each one. I figured there would be a bit of symmetry with both of these being the same, but nope, short, medium, long. So that's real cool. I love the popping colors between that orange and yellow. It looks real good, even though it's very simple. You just got a little bit of articulation there, and the wings you can't move down because of how it's built. They're locked in that way, but you can move them all the way up this way, so you can still get some pretty good flaps, especially adjusting these like that there, so you can get sort of a mid flap thing going. That looks pretty cool. We got the legs down here. Not much going on, but it can support the character. And I love the use of the binoculars for the feet. And we see that with the dragon too. The head's pretty simple, and I really like these translucent pieces for the eyes, but I kind of wish we just got some of those googly eye pieces. And it would have been nice if we got a bottom of the beak, but it looks pretty good. It works for being a nice, simple $5 set, and that's what I appreciate about it is $5, and I got a good 40 minutes to an hour enjoyment time sorting parts and building the thing. And it was a good, relaxing build. It wasn't frustrating, so that was really cool. But let's look at this bad boy, because this is my favorite. I love this dude. This Chinese myth dragon is so awesome. This is a great lung dragon, serpentine dragon, whatever you want to call it. It is awesome. Could it be a little bit better? Yeah, but for $5, it's real good. You got decent articulation right here, and you can kind of grasp with the hands, and all the feet do that. However, he is going to break. These are going to come off. Like, at some point, these are going to come off. It's just going to happen when you're moving his legs around. But they pop right back on real easy. It's just a little bit of that side clicking in. So you just pop those back in and you're good to go. But my biggest thing is his mouth. I kind of wish we just had some red pieces to put right there on the outside, so the white was covered up and you only got the teeth, sort of like you get in the front with the nose there. If we just got some like flat tile pieces, that would have been good. That, and I would change his eyes out from being these just yellow bits here into maybe being bigger eyeball pieces or something. I just don't like how that looks, but I see what they're going for, and it works well enough. And you can see we just got all these joints throughout, so you got good movement in the neck, good movement in the head. You can move the mouth up and down. You can even move this a little bit if you want to get even better range, and you move these around too. So he's just all kinds of posable and fun. Getting some yoga going. And unlike the Phoenix, who has nowhere to actually click them on, this one you could have somebody riding if you wanted. You can just plug him in. I thought it was kind of funny because they're called mount up, but the Phoenix has no spot to plug a dude in on. If we look at this one right here, see, there's nowhere to actually plug a guy in, even though they show it on the box art of the thing. But I had a great time with these fellas, and between the two of them, it was $10 for both of these sets, and I got a good chunk of time. I got about 40 minutes out of each one of them, if you count sorting the parts and building the things. And then there's all the fun of messing around and playing with them too, and then I got an excuse to record a video. But these are going to go great if you have any castle or fantasy themed type of stuff. They'd also work really well with Ninjago, especially this dragon here. So I give these a real high recommendation, as long as you're not a stickler about being a Lego loyalist type thing with your brands and such. But I always think that's silly. When I grew up reading comics, I'd read Marvel, DC, Eagle Comics, Dark Horse, whatever. I always lean towards Marvel, but I go for it all. And same thing with bricks too. Just give me good quality bricks that click together, and especially if they're compatible with all the other stuff I already have, and it's a good time. And these were a good time. So if you have a Five Below near you, check them out and see if they have these sets in. You're not going to be disappointed.